All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to talk about something huge, that incredible link between what's going on inside your head, your beliefs, and the actual world you build with your words. It's a connection that shapes, well, pretty much everything. And a lot of the time, we don't even see it happening.
So let me just start by asking you this. What if every single thought you have, those quiet little assumptions that run in the background, what if they aren't just random, fleeting ideas? What if they're actually the building blocks, silently putting together the reality you live in and day out?
To help us get a handle on this, the source material gives us this awesome metaphor. It says to think of your belief as a bridge, right? It's the thing that connects where you are right now to the person you could become. And look, this isn't about ignoring your current reality. Nope. It's about actively, consciously building a path to a new one. So let's dig into that foundation first, which is, of course, your beliefs. Think of them like this invisible engine, just humming along, driving your life. And most of the time, you don't even know it's on. You see, a belief, it's not just some casual opinion you have, not at all. It's something you accept as being fundamentally, unshakably true. And that deep acceptance, that's the quiet engine we're talking about. It's what directs your choices, what fuels what you do. It's the difference between seeing a tough challenge and saying, yeah, let's go, or just turning around and walking away. And get this isn't just some abstract idea. It's actually biological. I mean, when you truly deeply believe something, your brain literally starts firing off signals as if that thing is already real. Your whole perception shifts to find evidence that backs up what you believe. It's the exact science behind the placebo effect, right? Where simply believing you're getting better can cause real, measurable, physical changes in your body. It's wild. So beliefs really boil down to two main types. On one hand, you've got empowering beliefs. These are the ones that swing doors wide open. They sound like, you know what, I can learn this. But on the other hand, you have limiting beliefs. And they're the ones that quietly shut those same doors. They whisper things like, nah, I'm not that kind of person. The crazy thing is, the situation can be exactly the same, but the belief changes everything. Okay, so if belief is this powerful engine, the big question is, how do you get your hands on the controls? How do you rewire it? Well, here's the best part. A strong belief isn't something you just find, it's something you build. It's a skill you can learn. So the source lays out a really practical 6-step way to do this. First off, you got to just notice. Pay attention to those quiet, automatic assumptions you make about yourself. Then you have to question them. Ask yourself, is this limiting belief I have, is it 100% true? Or is it just a story I've been telling myself? Step 3 is all about the reframe. You replace a dead-end statement like, I can't, with an open door like, I'm learning how to. But just thinking it isn't enough, right? So step 4 is to act. Take one small, real step that proves this new belief to yourself. Then, step 5, visualize it. See yourself succeeding, living that new belief. It actually helps strengthen those new connections in your brain. And finally, step 6, surround yourself with people, with reminders, with anything that reinforces the fact that you absolutely can do this. Okay, so what's next? You've got this quiet, internal engine humming away, but eventually it needs an outlet. It's got to express itself somehow. It needs a voice. And that voice, well, that voice is your word. And this is where we get to the second half of this whole thing. If your beliefs are the engine, then your words, they're the steering wheel. They're what take your internal world and make it real, make it tangible. They give it direction. And here's the absolute key. Your words are the architecture of your world. Seriously, every single thing you say, whether it's to yourself in the mirror, about yourself to a friend, or to others, it's like you're laying another brick in the house you're going to live in. This really gets to the heart of it. Your words do two things at once. They don't just describe your reality, they actually design it. Think about it. When you say, man, this is going to be hard, you're not just stating a fact. You're literally programming your brain to look for the hard. You're telling it to feel the struggle. But what if you say, okay, I can figure this out? Boom, you just programmed your brain to start searching for solutions. It's a total game changer. So, how do we actually use this powerful tool on purpose? How do we start steering with our voice? Let's break down some really practical ways to do it.
All right, let's run through 5 really powerful techniques. First up, integrity. Simply speak what you mean. Let your word be your bond, especially with yourself. When you actually do what you say you're going to do, you build this deep well of self-trust. Second, use growth language. We talked about this. You gotta ditch the I can't and switch it out for I'm learning how. Third one is huge. Frame with agency. Instead of waking up and thinking, oh man, today's going to be so stressful, which makes you a victim, right? Try this instead. I will manage whatever comes my way. See the difference? You're in the driver's seat. Fourth, use your words to build other people up. Encouraging others actually reinforces that positive can-do mindset in yourself. And finally, something so simple but so powerful, just pause. Take a beat before you speak. That little moment of intention can change absolutely everything. Now, when you start to line these two things up, when your internal beliefs finally match your external words, something incredible happens. You get this powerful synergy. And that alignment, it doesn't just stop with you. It creates this amazing ripple effect that goes out into the world.
The very first ripple is the one that happens inside you. When the things you say and the things you believe are in sync, you build this deep, unshakable trust in yourself. It's like all that static and noise in your head just quiets down. There's no more internal conflict. All your energy gets focused, and your own resolve just gets stronger.
Then, the second ripple starts to move outward, to other people. When people around you know that your word is solid, that you mean what you say, they feel safe with you. Trust, after all, is the real currency in any relationship, and it's built one truthful word at a time. Your integrity literally becomes your reputation.
And that final ripple, man, that one stretches way out into your future. Every single time you make a declaration, whether it's a quiet promise to yourself or a bold statement to the world, you're setting a course. You're sending out this powerful signal, and it starts attracting the people, the opportunities, the very circumstances that match the possibilities you've been speaking into existence.
So, look, if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this incredible insight from the source material. You've got to speak as if your words are building your world, because they are. Treat every single word you say with that level of intention, as if you're the architect of your life, your career, your relationships, because you absolutely are. And that really leaves us with one final thing to think about. The story of your life is being written right now, every single day. It's being written by every belief you hold and every word you speak. So the only question left is, who's holding the pen?